What's up guys, Bobby Crawls 510 here, back here with the TRX4M 1/18th scale by Traxxas. We have the Bronco. As you can see, mine looks quite a bit different than stock. Not running any springs in there. I have picked up a set of brass high clearance links from RC Addictions 19. You can find these on eBay. They're a little bit pricey, but definitely worth it. That's what you get. Lots of clearance. So let's see what I've done to mine so far. All right, so if we look under here, you can see I'm running high clearance, all brass links. I have brass steering knuckles, brass C-hubs, brass diff covers, brass steering rack or steering link. So we're looking pretty good. On the rear here, I have a brass diff cover. I still have my aluminum wheels on the rear. I got a little lazy last night. So yeah, those are sitting there. I just have to put these ones onto the rear. And then, yeah, so I'm not running any springs in my shocks, and that gives it a really, really low center of gravity because the body will just sag down all the time. All of that weight down low, that is not sprung weight, meaning weight that is on the frame rails, anything installed on the frame rails, whether it be, aluminum shock mounts or aluminum, body posts or clips or whatever, or, just anything that's metal that goes mounted onto the frame rails. I don't really buy or put on any of my trucks. I try to keep all of my weight down real low. Let's check under the hood to see what I have done. I did move my shock tower forward one hole because you can do that. That changed my shock angle probably like 0 degrees. Nah, it changed it a decent amount, and it does give the rear a little bit more articulation. I 3D printed some low center of gravity frame rails that have a super abundance of shock holes. You can change the angles for pretty much any kind of a setup that you want to run. And I made a video and a couple shorts on that if you guys want to refer back to those and see what I did. I explained where I got the file from. It's a free file and you can print it too. So head on over to Thingiverse. You can pick up that LCG chassis for the TRX4M for free and 3D print it yourself. So I will be installing that at a later time. I kind of want to see what this truck does with these frame rails and just how limited I am with all of this weight and no shock adjustments at all. I do know that when I do install it, I'm gonna rake back my shock a bit, and that's gonna give me way more articulation in the front, and it's gonna make the vehicle sag a little bit more, and in the back it's gonna sag a little bit more. So I'm probably gonna have to shave a little bit more off of my wheel wells, but that's okay. Let's pop the body back on. And you guys can see what these offset wheels do, how far they stick out versus some aluminum wheels that stick out a little bit more than stock. So stock for that back wheel would stick in a little bit more, and that fender flare that used to be there, that wheel would suck right up into that fender flare without any rubbing at all. But because I went with oversized tires, a little bit of an offset aluminum rim, it pushed it out a little bit. Now, if you look at the front, these are the Injora all brass offset rims, and it pushed it out a hell of a lot more. So, super satisfied with that. Weight plus stance, that's a big plus. Not only did I have to trim the wheel wells because I'm not running springs in my shocks, but I did have to trim my front bumper. And that was for clearance, because when you go with these offset wheels and you turn left to right, those wheels get pushed further into the front bumper and further back into the door right there. So lots of trimming, and I think I did a pretty bang up job with, you know, how I trimmed it. I kind of just took a razor blade and I came straight down the body. Well, there's an angle here, but it comes straight down the body and just right off, and then cut a little bit out of that corner right there where the LED is. And just did the same on the other side. And I know it looks a little bit rough, but I'm just gonna take the body off and then take a lighter to the edges and kind of smoothing it out a little bit. But let me get back to putting these rear wheels on, and then I'll have another video for you guys. All right, guys, peace.